Hello everybody, how are you all doing? I hope you're having a lovely week. My name is Mandy and this is Kiriana Budgets. This is the place where I have chosen to document my cash stuffing journey in an effort to hold myself accountable, pay down our family debt, and to give myself something to look back at over time and see how I progress. Welcome. I hope you enjoy watching, or welcome back even. This is my third week on YouTube and I already have 19 subscribers. I'm one away from 20. I'm over the moon with that. I couldn't have imagined in my wildest dreams that anybody would want to watch me, to be fair. So thank you so much, and a special shout out to Pen Pal on a Budget. Last week she mentioned me in her videos, and a couple of you actually popped over and subscribed and commented and everything and watched my video, so thank you ever so much to Pen Pal on a Budget. I'll pop her description below. Go check her out. She's a very relaxing watch. I do enjoy watching her. She's I find her videos quite calming, and I'm a little bit more chaotic. She might be chaotic as well, but her videos at least are very, very calming and good to watch. So do check her out. She's brilliant. And thank you to the people that did come over and drop me a subscribe and a like and a comment and that. Thank you so much and hello. Right, so on to the video. It's going to be a bit of a longer one this week because it's the beginning of the month, so there's a little bit more to do. In my daily use binder over here, there are two that I do on a weekly budget basis, obviously, which are my groceries and my travel. The rest of them I do on a monthly, so I have pre-filled these out in the interest of speed, but I do still need to feed them. Now I am, well, fill them, sorry, not feed them. Well, feed, fill. I'm a digital cash stuffer for the most part. The only things I do in cash are a little bit of spending money each week and my savings challenges. The rest is done digitally. But I do use placeholders in place of cash because I need the physical interaction for my brain to process and do. I tried doing it all digitally. It really didn't work for me. It was a complete and utter flop. This does. It might add a little bit of complexity to it, but if that's what helps me keep to my budget, then that is what I'm going to do. If you have any suggestions that might streamline it, please do tell. Right, groceries. This is a weekly one. I do 120 a week for our family of 4. There is myself, my husband, and our 20-year-old son and our 4-year-old daughter. So we have 3 adults to feed and one small child. She's 4, like I said. And normally 120 is enough. Now, I have wiped all of these clean and started over for the new month because in the interest of transparency, I went over on my groceries last week. This was because I decided to give batch cooking a go, and I decided to do 2 weeks worth of batch cooking. Have any of you ever watched The Batch Lady? She has some great guides in that, but I picked up a couple of her recipes and I actually did 2 weeks worth of meals. So in that week, I was actually picking up 2 weeks worth of mains, and this week should be quite a small shop because I've literally just got to top up because I have dinners in there for the week. The reason I wanted to give this a go is, one, because it seems like it's going to be quite economical as far as using the cooker and everything goes, but also for time, because I'm really trying to work on my Etsy shop to try and bring some extra income in that will be going towards paying for like debt and everything else, which means that I need to find the time somewhere to do that, because it does take time. So I figured that saving time on cooking, because I like to cook everything from scratch. I love to cook, and I do like to cook it from scratch. I like to know what goes into our food and everything. I don't really like buying too much processed food if I can help it. So that was actually a good success. I very much enjoyed doing it. I did it for about 3 hours on the Sunday, but it did eat a chunk into the groceries. I pulled some extra from travel, which I did a couple of times last month, and I'm going to try not to do it this month. Right, so groceries done. Household is a monthly stuff. I do £60 a month on my household. If I can find a 50, there we go, 50, there we are. Right, and that covers all of our cleaning products, both in the kitchen and the bathroom, plus toilet roll, new cloths that I might need, or little replacements for things that I might need. So that is that, and that is generally enough and all good. 60 for our pets. We have 2 cats to feed, and also a snake who isn't that expensive to feed, to be fair. The snake is lovely. She's a corn snake. We all very much enjoy having her. She's a darling. We got her as a baby last year, or rather we got her for my son for Christmas for him last year. He really wanted a snake, and we went with a corn snake, and we all get some enjoyment out of her. But my son actually pays us a little bit of money each month towards his cat, because one of the cats is also him. His nan gave him one of her kittens last year. So he's got a kitten in that, but he gets a small amount of income a month because he's still at college, so he doesn't get a lot. And he does give us the money for his pet's food. But he pays that at the end of the month, and I put that into the income section. So the £60 is kind of, yeah, that does all three of them. Travel is done on a weekly, and we do £30 a week on travel. So that takes us up to 85. That got a battering. Like I said, I pulled from it from a couple of things because we had it up at 160. And a lot of the time, my husband works from home, so we don't need that much on travel. He did work from away for a week last week, so we had money coming out that we wouldn't normally take out. But I also took out of it for the groceries that I just said about for the batch cooking, my daughter's Easter bonnet that she needed to make for nursery that I completely not budgeted for, so it did take a little bit of a whack. Oh, can I do this? Can I mix and match the different types of placeholders? I'm not sure that I can. Do bear with me, because these need to match. Have I got a 50 and a 5 in the flowers? I have a 50 and I have a 5. There we go. I can't do the mixing matching. I will get it at one point. I'll decide which ones I want to go with and I'll stick with them. But I'm in a flowery mood, which is why I'm reaching for the flower ones today more than the more minimalistic ones. There we go. Travel is done. Spending. This is a monthly one. We're going to put £80 in there. This is family spending. So days out with the kids and anything else that might pop up. 50. I'm looking for a 20. Where are my 20s gone? There they go. See, it is there. I need to sort those out so they're all in order really over here. But yep, £80 into that for the month. We're not really big spenders as such, but we do like to go to National Trust sites quite a lot. We have a membership for that, and we go for walks, and we like to treat the kids to a bit of cake and a drink off, like when we get round to the cafe at the end of these walks and stuff. So that most of the time goes towards that. Other times if something breaks or something unexpected comes up, hopefully we still have some in here to cover it. We didn't have it for the Easter bonnet last month. Right, now clothing and date night are not getting anything this month, because I mentioned in a previous video that kind of last minute my extended family, so myself, my husband, my children, my siblings, of which there are 5, only 4 of them can come though, and their other halves and their children and my dad are all going on a holiday together this August. It's something we rarely do, but all of our money is filtering into that right now. So I'll give you a quick look of that I've set up for that. So we did pay this month £336 into that to go towards that. We've got another couple of months to find the rest. If we have to, we will pull from some other envelopes that we have in there. I'd rather not, but if that's what it comes to, that is what we will do. We do have it in there if needs be. So not the whole 1,000, to be fair, it's not in those binders, but we have maneuverability. So that is there for that holiday, and that is where everything's going to be going. So there's not much in my other binders to actually stuff that I would normally do. So it's going to be a bit, I was planning on doing their own video at the end of the month to just do the monthly ones, but seeing as I've not got much to do, I've just incorporated it into this one. Once I've paid for that holiday, I'll probably do give it its own video. The only other one we're doing is subscriptions, our annual subscriptions, because we have a couple of them due out in the next couple of months, and it does us no good to not stuff this, because we're going to have to pay it anyway. This month we've got my husband's World of Warcraft. It's due out on the 24th, which is £120. It's not fully funded. We need £62 for that. And the 5th of May, my PlayStation subscription, which is £60 a year, is going out. So we're still playing catch up. We haven't been stuffing for even a year yet. I think we're on 9 or 10 months we've been cash stuffing. So we've not managed to fill. We're not at the place where our stuff is filled and then we just top it as we go. So we're trying to pay for stuff and top them up to get to the point so that if something goes out, we're just replacing one of them. We're not trying to fill all 4. So I've got £83, I think, that I'm putting in here, so that I will end up with the 120 for my husband's WoW and £21 towards my PlayStation next month, because we can get the rest out of April's paychecks for the PlayStation. So I need to top this up to 140 1. So the only one we want to keep out of there is the 1 then, isn't it? Right, let's find that then. Obviously it will go down next month because the 120 will go towards the World of Warcraft subscription. We both used to play World of Warcraft very avidly, but we're quite different players. My husband is quite happy to play it casually. I'm not. I'm a completionist, and I like to do what's like the end game content. I don't know if that means much to any of you, but World of Warcraft has a raiding community, and you have to be able to commit to a certain amount of time each week where you're on at a certain time for a set amount of time to come together and do group content. And I like to do the end group content, and I can't really commit anymore to doing that with a youngster, our little one. If she wakes up and stuff, I don't want to be the one that's sitting there asking the rest of the group to wait whilst I go and sort out my daughter. And it's not really fair to expect my husband to do it all the time. So he carried on, and I've stopped, and I tend to play more solo games now, like on the PlayStation. Because if I'm playing a game like World of Warcraft, I'm not really satisfied unless I am doing the end game content. I'm quite competitive like that. Right, but anyway, that is that done in there. And now we are on to the fun part, which is my savings challenges. I do want to try and get some shorter term ones in here, because I have noticed all the ones that I have in here are ones that are going to be in here for quite a long time. Excuse me while I take a drink. There we go. Getting a bit of a dry throat. She's getting chunky because I've already fit quite a lot in here. So what I was thinking of doing is doing some minis. I see a lot of people doing mini challenges, so they give you that adrenaline boost of getting them done quite quickly. So I might start doing like on a Wednesday or a Tuesday or something, just some minis. We shall see how it goes, but for now this is what we have. As I mentioned before, the only things I do in cash are these savings challenges, and I think it's about a tenner a week I get out of our spending money. This is my 365 challenge, and this is the change that I have this week to put into it. So I have £3, 40, 58, £3.58 to go in here. So up here, £3.58. Have I done that right? 1, 2, £3, 40, 20, 30, 40, £3.48. I thought that was wrong. 58 didn't sound right. £3.48. Right, what is my biggest number that I have in here? It's £3.29, so take away £3.29. So I have a 19 pence. Do I have a 19 pence? I do. So I get to cross off 2, a biggie and a small one this week. So £3.29 is gone. And 19. And I will go and pop that over into my penny jar. It's on a high shelf out of the way because my daughter likes to play shop. And I'm pretty sure I did actually sit down and count it up the other day to make sure the numbers still tallied, because I came in a couple of times and I'd found her playing with it and I was sure that some would have been mislaid. And it was about £7 something out. So I've had to find £7 to make it all tally up again. I did find a few pounds like under, one of them was under my PC. How it got under there, I do not know. But yeah, so... This actually got some love this week. I saved £3. I did not buy myself Red Dead Redemption 2. Like I said, my husband and I are avid gamers. And yes, I had been looking at that game for a while. But the fact is I'm very unlikely to find time to play it. So it's just another game that will go into my collection. I'm not buying any more games till I've caught up with the ones that I want. I think I'm working on Final Fantasy 16 at the moment. But anyway, she got some love. I need to consolidate that down, actually, because there's quite a lot of change in there. Right, on to my first one that comes out of. I've upped it. I was doing £30. I'm doing £40 this month. I might change it and then do a tenner in minis and keep the 30 for this one, but we'll see. So we're starting with 40. This is my Roll With It challenge. It's an annual challenge. I'm going to roll once every week. There are 52 shapes. And then count it up at the end and see what I've got. It's a 12. Oh, wow, that is a nice amount. Honestly, I don't mind large amounts going into this one because I would like to have a nice amount up at the top there when it comes to it. Right, so 50, take away the 12, equals 28 left. So what have we got in here already? That's the thing, isn't it? So 12 has to go in. So I have 5... Yeah, it's not really going to do anything, is it? I'll have 19 in change. So 10, 12, in that goes. So I can't really push that down anymore. There we go. Oh, I need to get the money out of the back, don't I? What I do is I take it out in cash at the beginning of every month and I just put it in the back. So 40 is going to be for this, which leaves me with 1, 2, 3 more weeks because I do it on a Saturday and there are 4 Saturdays in this month, so £40 a week. This is from completed challenges. That will be going towards the holiday that I mentioned, and this can go into here. Actually, I can consolidate that down a bit, can't I? Because I can take out the 10 placeholder and pop the £10 note in instead. There we go. Take that out and pop that in. Haha, there we go. Now, I really don't know what's in there, and I've got no idea what I'm going to spend it on either. We shall see when the end of the year rolls round. Right, Beat the Stars, which I absolutely love doing every week. I would like to do more than 1 a week. Hopefully the 40 will help with that, but taking 12 straight out of it probably doesn't help. Right, 5. We are starting with a 5 this week. An 11. So what does that? That gives me 16. So I can roll up to a 5 and still be safe and do the 5. I should probably explain, for those of you who are watching and have not seen this game before, Beat the Stars, you get 5 chances to roll your dice, and the aim is to stop before you go over 21. If you really want to beat the game, then the aim is to have all 5 rolls and stay at 21 or under. I don't know if that is actually achievable. This is why I am trying this game out for myself to see if it is. But I've just said that I'm at 16 and I'm going to take a chance because let's see how it goes, shall we? And 7, 18. Yeah, no, that definitely makes me go bust, doesn't it? So £10 will be going into this one this week. Oh, there's large numbers going out. I've increased the budget, and I think the games know that I have. They're taking all my money already. Take away 10 equals 18 left. Right, let's pop a tenner in here. What do we have in here? So £10 placeholder. There we go. So I now have in here, let's have a little look-see. I think quick maths is 50. Yep, 20, 40, 50 in Beat the Stars. There should be a nice amount in here by the time this is finished, because I'm not even 2 rolls in and I have got 50 so far. Right, this one's just a simple roll. Go down the path and see what we're going to save. So 2. So where we go. 1, 2. So £3 is going in this one. I will come back to it if I have the thing to do so. Right, what is in here? So if I've got 3, so I can make that into a 5. I think I saw that there was a 5 at the back there, so I might just take that out and pop that straight in there. I like to try and keep it as consolidated as I possibly can to try and stop it from getting too bulky. There we go. Ta-da! Right, so that is that one done. We have 15 in there by the looks of it. Right, the randomizer. This one does not come out of the 40. This is to try and make it a bit more fun to save up for my kiddies' birthdays. Now, what the idea is that I'm going to roll my dice, I scratch off and do what it tells me to do. Now, obviously, I designed this. Well, not obviously, but I did. I designed this. So I have some kind of inkling of what's underneath. So I'm just going to go round in a methodical manner so that I can't, like, cheat it on a short week or something, basically. But I've got a 4. So let's see what is under here. I mean, my memory is terrible, so it's not going to do me much good anyway. Okay, so this week is +5. I do apologise if the camera is going absolutely mental up there, because I do not have the stablest of tables. So 4 + 5 is 9. So let's, like I said, this is for the birthdays. And I have £1 from last week. So let's put a tenner in. And what I will do is in my kids' Monzo pots is I will divide that money between their birthdays and their Christmas. So they will get, with this £1, they will have a £10 divided. So £2.50 each, basically, will be added. It doesn't sound like a lot, but there is a ×10 under there somewhere and a ×5, I think, as well. So if I roll a whole high number, there's the chance on here that I could end up putting £60 in 1 week, which is why I'm deliberately doing it in that manner, so that, because I have an inkling of where it is, I can't roll a 6 and go, yeah, no, I don't want to do that this week. I haven't got it. I don't want to do that. So there we go. That's £9 into the kids' birthdays and Christmases. Now, my Dr. Dot. I do like this one. I have fun with this. I'm going to roll my dice and see how many dots I have. I mean, there's £1 per each dot. I'm pretty sure I've done the math wrong as well, to be fair here. I'll need to do it off camera at some point because I'm not good at maths on the go, which is terrible, really, because I was really good at maths at school. And yeah, I just cannot seem to do it on the go. Right, 6 is going. So 6 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up to there. Right, okay. Gonna go backwards so I don't forget. There we go. My little penguin starting to take shape. Once I've done the dots, I will colour it in to add a bit more into this kitty. So that is £6 going into my penguin dot to dot, or join the dots, however you call it. Why do I have a 2 here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've obviously pulled it out of here, haven't I? 7 dots, yeah. There should be 7 and I'm adding 6. So, oh, let's take the 6 away up here. That needs to move 9. So 7 and 6. So that would make 13, wouldn't it? I hope anyway. Do tell me if I'm wrong. I do not mind. Yeah, 13. Yeah. So do let me know indeed. Right, then so that is my dot to dot done, and I am left with £9. Now, I had assigned £5 to each of these. This one is from Flickatina Budgets. She is the lady that I got this beautiful coin tray to come from. When I bought this, she sent me a couple of freebies. She sent me these letters and a couple of challenges. So this is the first of those challenges. And I was going to do £5 per bubble. But then I thought, no, I'm going to roll my dice instead, and I will just put a number into each bubble and do it that way. So I've got a 4. So let's put a nice bright colour. I'm going to use my green. No, red's probably going to stand out more, isn't it? So I'm going to put a 4 into this bubble. That is what I have decided I'm doing with this. This one is going towards me buying some savings challenges that I have my eye on from other creators. Like I said, I've not been stuffing for long, and I've been trying to catch up and make sure that I'm not only getting myself into debt trying to pay for things, but using whatever spare cash I've got to fill up my envelopes. So the kids' birthdays, Christmas, things like that, and family birthdays and stuff is being filled at the same time as still paying it out for them. Because, for instance, I think it's family fun. I've got a lot of nieces and nephews. So I've got an envelope for family gifts. But I'm trying to do their family gifts whilst, like the nieces and nephews, whilst still trying to top this up. It's only got a tenner in here. We think we'd roughly do a certain amount per child. So that I'm in the place where I'm just replacing the £20 rather than trying to top it up and pay the £20 out at the same time, if that makes sense. So I don't really have any spare cash. So I've decided to do a savings challenge so that I can get, there's some from, is it the Deluxe Connect 4 from Rainbow Budgets and Plans, which really intrigues me. She doesn't have all the dice for it at the moment, I don't think, anyway. Hopefully they'll come in at some point. But yes, that's the first £4 in here towards some savings challenges from other creators. There was also, is it the Skint Brit? She's got one, is it Nook Corner or something, a game? Reminds me a little bit of something that I've done before. And I was like, oh, I like the artwork on that. I'd like to get that. So we'll go there. Right. This one, I am just going to do, I haven't filled it in yet, have I? Come off. I've had them. It's gotten stuck on the envelope behind it. Right. I'm only going to assign £1 per the small icons, because I didn't notice when this is also one of the freebies that Flickatina sent me. I will link her below as well, so you can go and have a look at her YouTube and her Etsy store, because she is on YouTube. I watch her too. She's very good. But the star ones, each starred icon is more. I think it's where she's combined the two. So you've got the cat and the coffee, because this is cats, coffee and crochet, so 3 C's. This one is the cat crocheting. This is the cat with coffee, and this is the lady with coffee, crocheting with the coffee. So it's combining the two, so it's more. At least I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I saw her mention it in one of her videos. So I'll put 5 to those ones and 1 to the other. I'm only going to cross 1 off today, because I have to take 4 off of there. So I've got 5 left. So if I take, actually I'll do 2 icons and put 2 into this one. So 1, 2, let's do this little dude. So that's 2 into here. This is going towards my cat's oopsie pot, so that I have the excess should we ever need it. We'll have the excess then. So here we go. That is 2 going in, my first 2 into this little challenge from Flickatina Budgets. It's a lovely one. I do like the artwork. There we go. And that leaves £3. I've put the math in and wrong up there. So it's telling me -1. I'm pretty sure it's not -1. I'm going to have to go back over this. If anybody sees any mistakes, do tell me, please. Because, yeah, It's not going to add up otherwise, is it? Right, into this one is a 3. You're meant to roll the dice, I think, and do it that way to pick which one you're going to fill in. But I literally use it to cross off whatever I've got left at the end and won't see me through anymore. So £3 is going into this one, which will leave me with a 5 there, I believe. So let's put that there and stick a 5 into there. Let's see how much we have. This one is from Budget with Ira. It was in his one of his Christmas boxes. And it's very good. It came with a lot of stuff. It's got a matching envelope. I think this came in it with these matching envelopes as well. And there's some savings challenges, this leap year thing. So much came with it. This savings challenge. I funded my Christmas tree with one of the challenges already, so I have the tree all fully funded. But it was a beautiful box set. I think he still has it on his store. I'll link him below as well if you're interested in using it to save for the coming Christmas. But so far in here we've got 60, 70, 76 pounds so far, which is not bad innings, is it? 76 is a nice thing, and they're all small amounts as well. I like to feel like my money's going somewhere, so I've managed to fill in quite a lot. I haven't got 2 goes on my Beat the Stars this week, but I have also added in 2 new challenges that I didn't have before. And I do think that this one will fill up quite quickly, where each icon is only £1 a week. So we'll see how it goes. Plus, we did have a 12 in this one and a 10 in that one. So out of my 40, 22 was gone on just those 2 challenges. So we'll see what happens next week. Anyway, that is that done. I've had fun doing them. Have you had fun watching me muddle my way through my challenges? Do let me know. Any comments are welcome. Anyway, so that is that done, I do believe. Like I said, from next week, I'll be doing a short segment on where my money's been going and how the budget and everything is going as well. I don't expect my groceries to go down too much because, like I said, I've batch cooked. But the week after, obviously, I will be buying the 2 weeks again. I hope in the long run it works out economical, both spending time-wise, and I will keep you updated on that. Anywho, that is me done for the day, I do believe. I've got my little notes off to the side. Oh, there was one more thing that I wanted to mention. For Easter, I've put a 20% sale up on my Etsy shop. So if you fancy going over and having those, you can get things like this little bundle here, which is normally $25. For 20% off, it comes with a couple of dice. These cards have got the clues for the Let's Get Logical at the back there. And it's got a mixture of challenges on it. Spot the difference. You've got one of the roll the dice things, a scratch off, a Savopoly type game, a crossword. That's not a crossword, it's a word search. Haha. My words do fail me sometimes. I'm still quite nervous when I do these videos. I'm not a naturally flowy person. These things do not just flow from me nicely, in that I ramble and I mess things up and I say things that are absolutely, completely and utterly not relevant. But anyway, I did think I would mention that. If you would like to see this in action, Pen Pal on a Budget actually brought one, and she does it on one of her savings when she does some of her savings challenges as well. But if you do fancy going it out, the 20% is across the board. And anyway, that is it. That is me done for the day. Thank you for watching. If you've made it to the end of this, well done. And I'm very grateful. If you have enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe, and share any or all of the above. It's all much appreciated. And that will be me saying goodbye for now. So I'll see you next week. Have a great weekend.